Today we're ranking the greediest Magic the Gathering products on a tier list. So we're going to look at cards that came from Magic products. And by the way, these can be cards from incredibly expensive Magic the Gathering products, or it could be chase cards, obviously pushed to pump up the value of a set when the rest of the set was junk. We're going to look at, starting off with Black Lotus from the 30th anniversary set. One of the most expensive of all expensive sets, which was, it was just a bunch of proxies. This is not even a real card. Can we see the backside to this card? Oh, we can, actually. They show us the backside. 30th anniversary edition. Not tournament legal. Not tournament legal anywhere. Like, even just says, not legal. This version of this card has a non-standard Magic back. It is not legal for constructed play and cost you a bazillions of dollars. Bazillions. It's probably the single most greediest product ever in Magic, and just like it was so random what you got. You weren't even guaranteed to get anything good. I wonder how that aged. That's got to be some. What happened to me here? It's got to be worth investigating. 30th anniversary after a million years. What is going on here? My software decided to just stop. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what happened. Sort of. There we go. There we go. They don't like that. We got a little bit of a dollar sign action going here for S tier. Doesn't like the dollar sign. It's hilarious. Do you buy any cards from that set? Absolutely not. I have like no reason to get any of these cards. It should be mentioned, like, actually I don't know about the 30th anniversary, but usually a lot of the Wizards products are allowed in certain proxy level events. Like there are some old school events. They're like, okay, you can't have proxies, but you can play with gold border and, you know, the official Wizards of the Coast proxies, so that they still hold some value to them. You know what I mean? They still hold some value. Okay, next up, Hexenort. Oh, chase card then. The Soul Stone. The Spider-Man sets are kind of bad. Soul Stone is up there. 2-mana Mana Rock, indestructible, tap for a black. I mean, if you're a casual commander player, I mean, this is just going to be superior to a lot of your Mana Rocks. We got, for 7 mana, exile a creature you control to harness the Soul Stone. And with that infinity, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And everyone's going after it. Look at this. We got, holy crap. This thing's going for $32,999. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I have to admit, it's a little tempting. Maybe I should buy a few boxes of this stuff. So we actually have to go this Soul Stone of all Soul Stones. Oh, and that's from the Spider-Man set. Nobody likes, well, I wouldn't say, well, nobody likes the Spider-Man set. The Spider-Man set is like, it's not doing that great. If there's any reason to buy the Spider-Man set, it's for this, the Soul Stone. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's this one that's also doing pretty well. Oh, I thought this was the more expensive one. Okay, turns out this one is like, this is super cha-ching. Holy crap, that's your kid's college fund. That is a down payment on the house. By Greediest, are we going off price? We're going off of whatever it was included in a product to help it sell. And by the way, you can include not. So we're going to have like, this is definitely going to also be S tier greedy. So we have the S tier of the greediest of greediest products. We have A tier, which is obviously pushed or obviously high priced to sell a product. And then you go, and then these are like not pushed at all. And product was like, you know, worthless. Maybe the least greediest when we get to the D tier, the least greediest. Okay, next up, we have the One Ring, the 2 million version. I wonder if they knew ahead of time how expensive this One Ring could possibly get. Like, we're gonna make a 1/1 One Ring, and like the card is good. I wonder how good it would have been if it sucked. The One Ring ended up being insane. It was just good in every single format that it was playable. Like every single format that it was playable. And I guess maybe they knew somebody was gonna. Maybe they didn't know it was gonna go for millions of dollars. It could have just gone for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that was still pretty good. Does Post Malone still own it? I don't know. We gotta go ask Posty. Posty would know. Posty bought the damn thing. I wonder how happy Posty is about the One Ring getting banned in getting banned in Modern. Maybe they held off banning the One Ring in Modern. Maybe they're asking, "Hey Posty, can we ban the One Ring?" I should get the one out of one here, which makes it really important. Can we ban the One Ring in Modern? Like, no, don't. I've spent $2 million on this card. All right, Wizards, don't you dare ban this card in Modern or Commander until I give the say so. Now that being said, there was a lot of value in the Lord of the Rings set. Like, it was packed tons with cards. So I would actually go as far as to say this is not the greediest of cards of all time, just given the fact that Lord of the Rings had tons of playables, tons of interesting cards. We walked away with a lot of good stuff out of the Lord of the Rings. So, but I will say, you know, that was definitely a selling point. A lot of people were opening product just to hit that lottery ticket, even though there's only one. Can't even figure out what to buy anymore. Do you even play in Modern? To be honest, Modern is slowing down. So, I mean, if there's ever a time to buy into Modern, it's now. How old is Modern? Over a decade. Maybe a decade and a half at this point, more or less. He didn't even get a play set. Can only play one in Modern. That's right. Toilet Duck, do the dual lands count? I mean, you can suggest any card. I'll put how greedy it was. So Tundra, I mean, do you have a specific set you have in mind? If you're talking about just like revised, I mean, they printed these cards a ton. I mean, they put in revised, right? So they actually printed a crap load of these cards back in the day. The whole point of the reserved list basically was because they flooded the market with these reprints. People hated the fact that, well, I don't know about Tundra in general, but the reserve list cards getting reprinted crushed the value of their collection from, like, you know, $50 to $5. These things weren't all that expensive back then. I mean, they cost some money over time, but it was not the craziest thing at the time. So I'm going to say Tundra was not one of the greediest things. I'm going to put that way in the D tier. We look at it as greedy now, but they don't even print it anymore. And the value of Tundra just crept up, like, progressively over time. But, like, revised Tundra, it'd be very interesting to know how much the cards collapsed. D tier Shop says D tier greediness was the MTG beatdown box from 2000. Super sick gift box art and 2 decks. Fun for hours. If you were going to suggest any sets, you have to suggest a card from it so I can go look it up. I can't remember what any of the key cards were from the beatdown box. I know what you're talking about, though. It was like it's like sort of a beginner's product to get into. Magnum Opus Gold Premium Deck Series Slivers Crystalline Sliver. Interesting suggestion. What do you guys think? I would not think it's that greedy. I think a lot of people love this sliver, the whole sliver thing. This is 2 mana 2/2. All slivers have Shroud. Oh, let's get the premium though. Want premium, right? The premium deck series. Honestly, okay. So personally, I think that the foiling on these cards are awful. They look terrible to me. We take it for granted that all the foils curl these days. Back then, I think people took it less for granted. Also, I think, like, originally the regular cards don't curl that much way back at the time. How old is this? This is 2009. So, Chris, the fact that, like, these cards curled like nonsense are really frustrating. Sliver is fine. Loads of value. Get lost being premium removal at rare. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. You bought 4 boxes, not much. Really? If I were to buy a card like this today, I think it would be very, very curled. Anyway, because the foils. We'll put this C tier greedy. This is the beginning of, like, hey, we're building products for people. But you know what? We're going to give them what they want. And Crystalline Sliver, I still want this in Modern. Why don't they get... What do they have against slivers? I guess it's like anti-interaction, right? Mappius with Nadu. I don't think I can call Nadu greedy. I don't think they thought this was gonna really see play in Modern. And obviously they built it for Commander, but I think it was just like, it was a card. Was it even on the booster pack? Was Nadu even on any of the booster packs? Modern Horizons 3. I think this was just like a jank on booster pack. I think this was just like a jank card they just completely overlooked. And it wasn't even very expensive because they thought it was going to get banned. I mean, like, it's a 30-cent card right now. Honestly, I don't think this was a very particularly greedy card. I'm going to put it into the D tier. It had no... They didn't try to be greedy with Nadu. Just ended up being really good. Nadu's effect is greedy. Yeah, but it's not greedy as a product. Not greedy at all. Okay, what do we have? Servant of the Lord. Harmonize. Secret Lair. Something SLD. Harmonize. All the collabs are somewhat greedy, but I don't think any collab is greedier than Miku. Let's get the Miku one. Man, they have so many Spider-Man Harmonize. It's basically every single time a new set comes out, they're just gonna throw it on slap it on Harmonize. Here we go. Is this expensive? Oh, it's 13 bucks. So basically, the fact that this thing has Miku art on it is the only reason it's selling, because otherwise this is like a 15-cent card. 4-mana sorcery, draw 3 cards. Okay, I can say that's pretty semi-greedy. That's pretty greedy. How to sell bulk Magic the Gathering cards. Just slap. You know, maybe we could put an A tier. That's not bad. Slapping nice art on bulk cards. To be honest, I have no problem paying a premium for really nice art on bulk cards, so long as I never liked the original art in the first place. The fact too that this is one of the few Miku arts that aren't ugly. Oh, was that another point? I didn't have any problem with the other Miku arts. Slap waifu on card. It's gonna sell big time. They know their customers. You got to tell me a set. You can't just like randomly name a card. And I think for something like Pact of Negation, you got to give me a little story. You got to tell me why it's greedy. Okay, Old Boy's going to give me a story. Original Legends cards put into Dominaria United collector boosters. First and foremost, the Tabernacle at Pendrell. Oh, they put a few cards in the Dominaria United. Tabernacle. Look up Tabernacle. First and foremost, Tabernacle, 3% per CB for a Legends card at all. I remember that. That's a really good point, Old Boy. So there was I totally forgot about that. Yeah, Dominaria United collector boosters had the Legends cards, some select Legends cards. They had to remove all the culturally sensitive ones because they found a bunch of Legends booster boxes in some random warehouse owned by Wizards of the Coast. They're like, okay, let's open all these things, slot them in these packs, and like the hit rate was super outrageously low, ridiculously low, but it was possible. It was like the selling point to actually buy those sets. If you got a Tabernacle, you got so lucky, so unbelievably lucky. That's A tier. A tier greed. They milked that for everything that they could without actually selling the damn thing. Okay, Derek with the super chat. Oops, I meant get lost premium removal at rare. I don't get it though. What makes the get lost? What product does this come from? The Spotlight series? It's not about greediest cards. Oops, I meant get lost premium removal at rare. I have no idea what you're talking about here. I think you mean the card, but we're talking today about the products. So if you want to talk about just get lost, what a weird art. What is the Secret Lair? Oh, the Spotlight series. Get lost premium removal. There's a lot of great removal at rare. But as a product, this is not that greedy. This goes to the D tier. Okay, next up. But thanks for the super chat all the same. You support the channel. Derek's like, oh, I understand now. Then you put a little money at risk. You taught you how the show worked. Bryce, Tarkir Dragonstorm only had the fancy Dragon Eye basic lands in collector. In the collector boosters? On the fancy. How do we look that up though? have to go advanced. Tarkir, Dragonstorm. And we look up island and look up mountain. Oh, maybe we can find it. There we go. There we go. These were in the only in the collector booster packs. You know, honestly, there are so many lands in this today that I can't really say that any particular basic land is special over another one. I used to think, oh, my full art basic lands, these are so beautiful. They're going to retain value for forever, until they printed so many full art lands that basically nothing is really special. So if anything, I don't think this is all that special either. I'll put in the C tier. The C tier of greed. It was a marginally restricted land. I don't even think it's very expensive. They're still... Oh, they're not that cheap. $10? Okay, do you know what? I take it back. I didn't know they were going to be that rare. Okay, I'll slap it up to B tier. $10 for a single basic land. Get the hell out of here. When they put basics as a secret lair drop, that's pretty bad. Okay, we'll name one. Okay, next up, we've got a super chat from Dangerous One. Zodiac basic lands secret lair drop, or really any basic land one. Just what Steve Cooper was saying. How do I look that up? Zodiac. Okay, so on. Let's look up. I don't know how to look this up. Set Zodiac. Can I look up Zodiac? No, that's not working out. Secret lair. Secret lair Zodiac. I don't know how to look this thing up. Okay, well, I'm gonna look up secret lair. Box. Secret lair drop. And we'll just look up mountain again. Look up another mountain. Oh, mountain goat. It's pretty neat. Do we have another one? There's a lot of secret lair. This is a secret lair mountain. This looks terrible. This is $7. Okay, it's a John Avon art, but honestly, I can't tell the difference between this and another, like, random secret lair. Okay, do you know what? Let's get something more fancy looking. Let's get this mountain. It's a greedy product. May the greed be with you. May the greed be with you. But I'll still put in the C tier. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. That was an secret LSD looking artwork. Oh, well, it still looks fancy. John, the Guru Basics. We're all getting the basic lands now. Originally made as introduction to the game by new players, but now cost thousands. Yeah, but that was not a greedy product. That was basically free. Guru... Can I look up just Guru Basic? It'd be so easy. No, I can't. Look up Forest. And then can I look up Guru? Is that a set? Guru? Promo Guru. Excellent. The Guru promo! Okay, we got Forest. Now, it's a little bit too big. There we go. Okay, so we have a Guru Forest. They were, I think they were in some sort of magazine at the time. I can't remember the circumstances of getting these, but they were like free in that magazine. Or was it an award? Okay, what's the history of Guru Basics? Let's figure it out really quickly. MTG. The history of the Guru Basics stems from the Guru program, a mentorship program by Wizards of the Coast from 1999 to 2001 designed to teach new players. In this program, players who mentored new players received points, which could be redeemed for rewards, including the exclusive, highly sought-after Guru Basics featuring the art by Therese Nielsen. Goal, increase player base by having existing players teach new players. They should bring that back. I have no idea what they have to... I mean, these were not that big of a deal back then. They were not thousands of dollars back then. Guru is you need to teach people play, and only in the United States. They should bring the program back. But then give them, like, I don't know, 30th anniversary Black Lotuses that they can sell. I would actually put this as very little greedy. It was very nice to give them these basics, and honestly, I don't think they were worth a whole lot back in the day. It's just that there's so few of them in supply, and the people who love those lands just pump the price up to $1 bazillion. Christopher B, anyone else think that these could have been good to reprint for Lorwyn or Innistrad? What do you mean, the Guru basics? Holy crap, that would piss off so many collectors. That would piss the collectors off so much. This is like $500 right now. It would just crash to zero. Just absolute zero. Okay, we got Peralta. No card yet. Literally any common creature that has the ability, a deck can have any number of cards. Well, you got to be more specific though. I'm not looking up any random cards. I can't think them up. Okay, Bell wants Marsh Flats from Secret Lair. Okay, Marsh Flats from Secret Lair Ultimate Edition. What the hell does that mean? Secret Lair. How is it greedy? Out of curiosity, why do you think this one is greedy? This is like just a... Did everything shift? Okay, go down. Oops, up. Why is everything out of frame? There we go. This is better. Because they're literally giving people the option to buy... I can't remember how much it costs, though, at the time. Ultimate Edition was a briefcase of 5 cards for $300. So it's 5 cards, $300, breaking out Nikachu's calculator. 300 bones divided by 5 equals $60 a land. If I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was about, like, the cards were about that price back then. Like, if we go to, let's go to MTG, was it MTG Stocks? Yeah, stocks.com. Let's look up Marsh Flats. Let's look up just Marsh Flats in general. Marsh Flats. It's the history of the Marsh Flats from Zendikar. See, like, okay, so they gave it a bit of a premium. I guess they sold it at a bit of a premium. It was floating around $47. Okay, they sold it at a bit of a premium. It could have been a little cheaper. So you're basically paying for nice art. But I mean, they can't charge it for like regular price. We'll put that B tier greedy. This is not the greediest thing in the world. We have there's a lot of alternate art stuff that is just expensive in general because of the art. but Wizards of the Coast doesn't pay attention to the secondary market. That is a lie. It's just all lies. I'm not saying you're lying. You're just parroting what they say. The Wandering picked Senator Peacock. Senator Peacock. Or any of the Ravnica clue cards making you buy a separate game to get limited cards. Oh, that's true, actually. 5 mana, 3/4. Artifacts you control are clues in addition to their other types and have pay to sack this artifact, draw a card. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target creature can't be blocked this turn. But it was made by Hasbro too, right? The Clue game. It's hilarious. Okay, this is pretty B tier greedy. Like, seriously, how many people actually bought the Clue set? I don't know if it was like this card is 23 cents. So it aged very poorly. Very, very poorly. Benjamin Berkey, Traveling Chocobo. Okay, let's get this Traveling Chocobo. Specifically, the golden serial. Ooh, the golden serialized Chocobo. But there was a lot of value in this set, right? Serialized Chocobo from the collector boosters. Let's get the... Where are some of them? Are these it? Oh, here's the golden one. Okay, so this is like it's a big slot machine card. Yeah, you can get 3 mana for a 3/2 bird. I can't remember what they did. It's like the golden Mickey, but in the form of the Chocobo. There's only 77. I guess, what's that supposed to represent? Final Fantasy VII? I'm going to put this as not the greediest thing of all time, just because there's so much value packed in the Final Fantasy set. There's a lot of value. And there was a lot of Chocobos, right? So there's like, outside of this thing, there were other big things to get. I think it's totally fine to have these slot machine cards when the rest of the set is worth a lot. And so you get a lot of value out of the set in general. Outside of, like, what was like even the non-golden Chocobo? So I don't know, can everyone see the prices? No, you can't see them. They're like, here, I'll show you. Oh, I can't show you. Okay, scrap all that, but believe me that they're between $2,000 and $5,000. If we could look at one of these Chocobos, Oh, sorry. Oh, all the other Chocobos are, yeah, in the $2,000 range. So they're, there's a lot of value in the set. There's tons of value in the set. Okay, next, a super chat from John. Thanks so much for your super chat, John. Final FF Secret Lair compare price. Magus Sisters. What the hell is this? FF Secret Lair. What is FF Secret Lair? The Magus Sisters. This is the Magus Sisters. FF Secret Lair compare price. I don't know how to compare the price. Okay, this is $300 though. Oh, did they sell it for $300? That's crazy. What was the price of this thing? Like, it's going on the secondary market for $300-something. They usually aren't that expensive, are they? The is this Final Fantasy? I can't tell. I don't recognize these bug characters. It means nothing to me. I don't remember which Final Fantasy these came from. Endurance. There's no other Mega Sisters, though, so this has to be what you're talking about. And it's also more expensive than all the other ones. I have no idea what this thing sold for. But it's just an Endurance. So I'll put that in the A tier greedy. It's pretty expensive. This is the rare bonus drop for the Final Fantasy. Oh, okay. They were in multiple FF games. But these things? Well, I honestly, I haven't played, or I know of Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8. That's about it. That's how I'm done. I don't know any other Final Fantasy. I should play them, though. I just found out I can emulate Nintendo games on my iPhone. The greatest day in the world. So, do you know what? That's going to be on my agenda. I'm going to play the Final Fantasy games. I'm going to waste a lot of my time grinding. Let me know which Final Fantasy game I'm supposed to start with. I don't know, something like 3 or 5 are supposed to be really good. Next up, let's go with Benobsky. Mom Aftermath was a pretty greedy move. We still feel the ripples of Aftermath sets. Nahiri, Forged in Fury. What makes this card greedy? 6 mana for a 5/4, Core Artificer, affinity for equipment. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. You may cast equipment spells this way without paying their mana costs. Final Fantasy X is a nice starting point. I can't play that on my phone. I can only play the super old ones. Final Fantasy 1. Do I have to learn the lore that way? I can't play those on my iPhone. Is there a place that maybe there's a PlayStation emulator? Maybe I can play 7. Ugh, I don't like the idea of doing that though. There we go. Someone's mentioning a Nintendo one that I can play. FF4 sounds good. I don't know what makes this greedy, and he didn't explain it to me, except that Mom Aftermath was supposed to be a greedy March of the Machines Aftermath. I don't know. I don't know what makes this greedy. D tier. You didn't sell it to me. I wasn't sold. Okay, next up, we've got... no, we did that super chat. We'll do Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper, Ancient Tomb and other lands in Zendikar Rising. Everything else of the set is landfall bulk. Good point. They're like just throwing Ancient Tomb is like, you know, the way of boosting up the value of a lot of... It's like value filler now. Oh, is Ancient Tomb like $120? All right, let's throw into the next set. In Zendikar, let's find the Zendikar Rising one. There we go. It's just an excuse to reprint Ancient Tomb. The Ancient Tomb's existence in a box is the selling point to even buying it most of the time. But you know what? This is there were a lot of good picks. This was not the only full art land in Zendikar Rising. It's one of the better ones, but there were a lot of good picks, and I think the Zendikar Rising expeditions have somewhat aged well. So I'll put this in B tier greed. You could say Ancient Tomb in general is pretty greedy. And then of course we have well, you donated $6. I assume you're donating the other two, even though you didn't mention it. I know what you're doing though. Okay, we're gonna look at more greedy products, but we gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. give in to the greed of Magic the Gathering by buying their products and buy them nowhere else than at FusionGamingOnline.com. I would really appreciate it. You can get sealed product. You can get singles. We were just talking about Final Fantasy. You can play the card game. You can also play the video game. I'm gonna get to it. It's been on my list of things to do. I didn't know I had a Final Fantasy set or all the games at the access of my iPhone, but I do. And you can also buy Final Fantasy cards in addition to other products and all the other greedy products using my coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, and it would most certainly support the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You don't have to worry about Wizards' greed when you're renting the entire set of all Magic the Gathering, the entire collection of Magic the Gathering cards with Mana Traders, to use it on the digital client Magic Online. And you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your third month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_EFC. A lot of people like to go the way of Mana Traders. When Wizards gets greedy, you don't have to give in. Rent with Mana Traders. That way, no matter how greedy they get, how much churn there is. Okay, we have we have a few super chats from Steve Cooper. The Big Squig. Arcane Signet. Which one? Or just like most of them are worthless, right? Arcane Signet. The original Brawl decks were the only way to get Arcane Signets for a long time. You had to buy a deck for a format no one was ever going to play to get your Signet. Oh, at the original Brawl decks? So like, how old is that? Is this a Brawl deck? New Capenna. Next 60. Is this a Brawl deck? No, this is Throne of Eldraine. I don't know. Can I look up Brawl specifically? Card name. Arcane Signet. Set Brawl. I can't find this card. It doesn't exist. Original Brawl decks. I don't know which one of these is like an original Brawl deck. Like, look how much they reprinted Arcane Signet. It's like worthless at this point. Ooh, I like this one the most. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Ooh, that one's this one's second best. Oh, I wish this was non-foil. I would have loved that. That would have been just great. Okay, I have no idea. Well, there probably was a problem at the time. Okay, I'm just going to trust you, and I'll put this at C tier greedy. Such a standard card. Only way of getting it at the time was through that means. Okay, I'm going to go through one more super chat from Steve Cooper's donation. We'll give it to you, Aaron. Vampiric Bloodlust Guide for Edgar Markov. Or the cardboard roll down counter instead of the 20-sided die. What? Okay, Vampiric Bloodlust Guide for Edgar Markov. What is this? It has to be in the form of a card. Hold on, now I'll look on Vampiric Bloodlust Guide. I'm just gonna Google this quickly. What is the Vampiric Bloodlust Guide? I don't even know what this is. Was it like a magazine or something? For Edgar Markov. I know who Edgar Markov is. Can anyone explain what this means? It was the pre-con? So so basically, are we just talking the Edgar Markov in general? Vampiric Bloodlust Guide for Edgar Markov or the cardboard roll down. No, we have to talk about it was a pre-con. So we're just talking about Edgar Markov, the pre-con. I mean, I hate this card in general. I think the whole Eminence thing is pretty greedy. It forced people to buy this thing. I cannot speak to the greediness of this product, so I'm going to put it into C tier. It's definitely not greedy. Eminence was a really pushed mechanic to sell the damn thing. Next up, let's get a freebie for Beanpot. Nalathni Dragon. Nalathni Dragon was only released at DragonCon 94. Wizards of the Coast had to give out copies in Duelist magazine. So they basically they didn't make any money. So it wasn't a particular greedy thing. This was Mystery Booster 2. This was the DragonCon version. So this is the one that came out into the Duelist magazine, or you had to be there. So it did peeve off a lot of people because if you wanted to collect all the cards, you couldn't. You had to be there. If you weren't at Dragon Con, well, I guess you dragoned out. Okay, Nalathni Dragon. I would actually put this as least greedy. They were giving them out for free. They just didn't realize they would make everyone angry about it. Next big super chat we got from Marcio Mariano. Black Lotus Ultra Pro Puzzle Quest. Is that real? Set, especially the 9 of 9. Now, if you got the full set, they would trade it for the price of a Black Lotus, but just a handful of 9 of 9 were printed. Can I even find that? Black Lotus Ultra Pro Puzzle Quest. Does such a thing even... I am just learning about this right now. I don't think we have a card like this. This is a cool oversized card. I'm sure this was the oversized card for 2023. It's pretty cool. I've never heard of this. So, okay, hold on. Can I even find a picture of this? Black Lotus Ultra Pro. How did people feel about it back then, too? Ultra Pro Puzzle Quest. Oh, is this? Oh, I see. Okay, so we have like it's a weird puzzle. Okay, I got it. I found it. Here, I'm gonna share it with everybody. This is what it looks like. So how greedy was this? How big of a deal? If you got the full set, they would trade it in for the price of a Black Lotus, but just a handful of 9 were printed. Yeah, it's like Monopoly, right? It's probably a Monopoly quest. So, oh, I see. So they make you buy a bunch of these things. It's literally McDonald's Monopoly. Sorry, like to be specific, not just Monopoly, McDonald's Monopoly. You know, where like probably 8 out of the 9 pieces are super common to find, but then there's probably that one corner. That one corner was probably everything, whether you get a Black Lotus or not. I swear to God, that's probably how it worked. It is not a Magic card, and Ultra Pro isn't Wizards. It's true. And put it at, what's it called? I'll put it at A tier. It's basically a lottery. I can put that. I love McDonald's Monopoly as a kid. That was, you know, looking back, I was probably addicted to that. You know, I was definitely buying, I was probably buying the McDonald's product more for the Monopoly pieces than to eat the food when I was a kid. I didn't even think about it when I was younger. Okay, next we've got Nikachu. You can play Final Fantasy 1 through 6 on an SNES emulator, but I recommend getting the GBA emulator to play the remaster version. Well, I'll get the remaster version. Turiat. We got Borderless Art Garrick. Let's look it up. Borderless Art Garrick. What am I doing? Garrick. Just look up Garrick. Cursed Huntsman. This is a 6 mana 5 loyalty Garrick. Hold on, but we want a very specific one. The borderless art. Is this borderless? There's no other borderless ones. This is a Magic Online one. But this is not one. Okay, I'm assuming it's the Bloomborough one. No, this is Throne of Eldraine. Okay, Throne of Eldraine Deluxe Collection. The collection cost $450, and there is barely anything in it. Whoa! That's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah. They gave you like 1 million cards. It was a really expensive product, and all the cards are junk. It's just that it was just a huge pile of junk. That goes definitely in the S tier greedy. Do you like how I made the S $1 sign? That's super, super, super greedy. Monopoly games were rigged. The guy who controlled distribution sold them to his friends. It was only rigged for a little while. They fixed that. Or so they say they fixed that. They got like a lot of... Now when you play the Monopoly game, they've got like tons of rewards. So I guess the odds of winning are way higher. McDonald's universes beyond when. It could be sooner than you think. McDonald's does a bunch of promos with Pokemon all the time. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic is just probably on its way. Dangerous One, thank you so much for your super chat. When I was in 8th to 9th grade, the Guru lands were a thing. You get a booster. You got a booster and land for every 10 referrals you sent to Wizards of the Coast. I used the high school directory and scored 5 Nemesis packs and 5 lands. Do you still have the lands, Dangerous One? Anyway, we did the Guru lands. We put it over here. Here's the Guru lands. I put Not So Greedy because, I mean, they gave it to you for free. And when you're a kid, and you're like 8 or 9, you're in grade 8 or 9, you're not working anywhere. Your time isn't worth squat. But then, okay, so we're going to donate that super chat. Back then, we had all the time in the world to grind for these Guru lands, which weren't even worth very much at the time. Okay, so we're going to donate to Jackal. Jackal wants a particular soul ring, apparently. Lord of the Rings Elvish version. Gotta get rid of this thing. Soul ring, Lord of the Rings. Ugh, so many soul rings. Which one? It's probably gonna look like. Oh, here we go. This soul ring, Lord of the Rings, Elvish. I guess this is the Elvish ring. Looks like an Elvish ring. Lord of the Rings had some bangers, but this is the one I know everyone is still looking for to collect. Oh, really? Is it really hard to get this thing? It's not even that expensive. It's like $12. If I understand correctly. I think this is the Elvish ring. Where's Magic 30? Yeah, the Lotus at the top. There we go. This is Magic 30. No, it's written in Elvish. Okay, I'll look it up. Soul ring. We're gonna look up Soul ring. Lord of the Rings. Tales of Middle-earth? No. Okay. We're gonna hunt. We're gonna hunt for this thing. It's a very special ring. Written in Elvish. It's basically, it's like the lore, it's like the One Ring. Also in gibberish. Can I find it? There's so many solar. Oh, this one. Probably. Oh, you mean the XXX out of 900? Oh, so this is in the same, this is like in the same realm as the, I think it's in the same realm as the One Ring. There was a lot of value in those sets. It was a bit of a lottery. Yeah, there was a bit of a lottery, but there was a lot of good stuff to get in there. It's okay. Thank you very much. Next up, let's get Indiana Jones. Vampiric Tutor for Visions? Really? Because it was basically a way for them to reprint Demonic Tutor, since Demonic Tutor was on the reserve list at the time. Vampiric Tutor. And you want it from the OG. The OG on Visions. I wouldn't call that greedy, though. I mean, they're basically giving you more versions of the same card. And yeah, they're getting skirting around the reserve list. Black Instant. It's actually funny. This should be a reserve list card. Instant, pay 2 life. Search your library for any one card, shuffle your library, then put that card on top of your library. And in effect, by printing something so similar, arguably better, right? Because Demonic Tutor, I think, sucks compared to Vampiric Tutor. I mean, it depends on the deck, I guess. I think Vampiric Tutor was good because then they could milk that card in the future. For years and years. They're still milking it. But at the time, I don't think it was that greedy. They tried to be greedy and failed with Forest Bear. The hell is that? And in the process, dropped the price of Forest Bear by like half? Oh, with Mystery Booster? Oh, yeah, a lot of these cards from Portal are cheap. So it's just Grizzly Bear. It's literally a 2-mana 2/2. So they reprinted Grizzly Bear, probably just pissing off everyone that owned Grizzly Bear. That's pretty greedy, honestly. That's so greedy. That's greedy design. I hate when Wizards does that. I'm gonna put that A tier. There was no reason to reprint that card. I think that's pretty neat that you have this sort of crap card that it's literally a 2-mana 2/2, but it costs like I guess like $40. Because it's just gigantically rare. And no one needs it. Seriously, no one needs that unless they were really trying to support bear decks. Next up. Now let's get... Oh, we have a super chat here from Elixir. Thanks so much for your super chat, Elixir. Cleopatra. Exiled Pharaoh in Greek is super chase. Oh, and this was from Assassin's Creed, and this set did terrible. Is it really that hard to find? I can't even read the damn thing. As far as I'm concerned, oh wow, it's $800. This thing's crazy. That's big money. So Assassin's Creed did terrible. Like, it was just junk. And I guess they just put this thing in the you know, without this card, without this serialized card in the set, probably the set would be borderline worthless. This is like a really easy way to make a set like retain some value. Just throw in some random serialized cards in there. A tier. Definitely A tier greed. Next up. Assassin's Creed. Oh, sorry. Did I call it greed? Assassin's Creed was so greedy with 6 cards per booster. Oh, true story as well. Yeah, making it even harder to get this thing. Who does everyone have no card yet? Maybe everyone's got a card at this point. Oh no, Indiana Jones doesn't got something. Oh no, we don't. I got you. I got you. Did I get everybody? All right, we just go through second cards now. Let's go Toilet Duck. What about event cards like 1996 World Champion? They didn't sell it for anything though. Funny story, this card is a legendary creature without a creature type because it's a summon legend that never got errated. And they never will have. They'll never have to. Isn't there just one in the history in the game? I don't think they... Like, it was a reward of some sort, wasn't it? I can't remember how this card got distributed. But obviously, they didn't try to make any they didn't try to make any profit off of it. So, this is not a very greedy card. It's a rare card, but... They're not trying to make any money. That's the thing. They didn't try to make any money off this thing. Christopher B, the Secret Lair drop series, The Walking Dead, the accursed incursion that started it all. That's right. But you have to give me a card, Christopher B. Give me a card and we'll look it up. Kagan with Mana Crypt. It was a promo you got if you bought a book and redeemed the coupon that came with it. Oh, so you want the OG. This is, you know what, this is an interesting point. I don't know how popular this card was back then, especially since they gave no respect to the 0 mana cards a long time ago, at least when the game first came out. It was a promo you got if you bought a book and redeemed the coupon that came with it. I don't know, actually. Because it's sort of free. That came with the book. It's a good point. It's a good point. I don't know. Maybe it was a... I don't... Honestly, I don't know how valuable this thing was back then. Or how important this card was to the game way back then. But I imagine it was somewhat... This could be totally wrong. This could be... It's either B or D. I'm just going to put B, because I wasn't around at that time. I didn't exist. But getting people to buy a book to get the card definitely is something. Wasn't it chance to get it from the coupon? That'd be terrible. That would be so ugly. Argentina Island, a pack land, 1 set given for free. Oh, how do I find this? Let's look up the Apac Island. I know what you're talking about. Problem is for these cards that have been printed a bazillion times. Pack, can we look up a pack? Oh, we can. Good. Huh? Okay, how about just set? Huh? Wizards of the Coast wasn't that greedy back in the old days. Scryfall card. Oh, okay. So thank you very much. You gave me card / palp to island. I really appreciate it, Argentina. This is not what I expected. Not looking it up, apparently. How do I find this thing? None of this is working. None of this... Can I look up Palp? I'm gonna look up Palp. Palp for Palpatine. Palp. Oops, no, this is an artist. There we go. Asia Pacific Land Program. Okay, that looks right. There we go. I got there. Literally gave you a direct link in the tag. It didn't work. Oh, I see. You wanted me to put in the URL. It wasn't a search. It wasn't a search thing. Did you mention the reserve list yet? Yes. Oh, we didn't mention the reserve list, but we mentioned reserve list cards. You mean the reserve list literally made to preserve the monetary value of the cards? Yeah, but they couldn't reprint the cards, right? Or I guess they could say in the future these cards are reserve list. But the thing is, Bayou was printed before they made the reserve list. I think that was a problem. So I can't like because we have Tundra here, right? So Tundra's at D because like by the time they made the reserve list, like all those cards were printed already. Whereas with the reserve list, if you give me a future reserve list card like Masticore, they knew those cards were going to be the chase cards. Okay, so okay, let's get back to this card. Let's get back to Argentina's card. One set given for free to shop around every $13 in a pack circa 1999. Wizards of the Coast wasn't that greedy back in the old day. Yeah, that sounds like it's the opposite of greedy, which is fine. Go to D tier. Now, okay, let's get back to the reserve list topic. The reserve list, let's go, guys. Like, I don't think things like Bayou are that greedy. Because I think Bayou was made before they invented the reserve list. Where is it? Like, they flooded the world with these cards so that you had access to them. And they just crushed the value of them. Reserve list only applies to ABU and revered rares and early expansions. No, not at all, actually. The reserve list cards... Look, Gaia's Cradle is a reserve list card. That was printed in Urza Saga. And you could say this was greedy. You could say this was a little greedy. Because at some point, they knew, okay, the good cards, they're going to be reserve list cards from now on. So we could say that was greedy. Making all the good cards reserve list. And though they knew that was going to be like at least somewhat of a selling point to every set that comes out. Hot take, Wizards of the Coast should expand the reserve list with new cards. I mean, they're doing that, aren't they? I mean, with printing all these cards, they're effectively reserve list cards. Okay, we got Steve Cooper's back and better than ever before. Okay, the Aftermath containing 50 unique cards total. Each box had 24 packs. Packs had 5 cards each. One guy got sent it early before release date, so Wizards of the Coast sent Pinkertons to the guy's house to take it back. So I had 50 unique cards. Each box had 24 packs. How much was it? Okay, hold on. March of the Machines Aftermath price. And what was that? This was 50 unique cards total. Or I should look up what was MSRP? Or whatever the hell it went for at the time. The original MSRP for March of the Machines Aftermath was around $240, but the current market price is significantly lower. Good God, because it was just a bunch of junk. Okay, so which one was our March of the Machines card? Was it this one? I think that was our March of the Machines card. We can move that up to greedy. It's pretty greedy. I think Nahiri was one of them. Thanks for letting us know, Steve Cooper. Next up. Turiat, Nexus of Fate, buy a box promo, core set to the... I can't remember this. Okay, hold on. Nexus of Fate. Not the Secret Lair. It came from the core set, and it only came in foil. Okay, so here... Okay, I do remember about this. It was the buy a box promo. Now, I actually will say that is not greedy, because that actually made it the least rare card of all rare cards from that set. I'll tell you why. because every single time you buy a box, you were guaranteed to get a Nexus of Fate. So it was basically, it was 100% guaranteed. Now, yeah, it was actually not very greedy at all. Yeah, I'd put it in D tier. I would put it in D tier. It's like, of all the chase rares, this is one that you're like definitely guaranteed. A lot of people are complaining, oh, you're not gonna open it. Well, I mean, if you just buy the box, you'll definitely open it, 100%. You have a 100% win rate to open this Nexus of Fate if you just buy the box. Although I guess you had to buy. Oh, no, but I think every box comes with a Nexus of Fate. All right, next up, let's try to crank through a bunch of cards. Steve Cooper gave a big super chat. Manny Matson. Speaking of Urza Saga, it had the first foil card ever, the Lightning Dragon. Foils were purely for collectible reasons to push sales. I had no problem with foils. Lightning Dragon. Can I find the foil card? I don't know if they show foil cards on here. Oh, here we go. I guess this was the first foil card. Foils were purely for collectible reasons to push sales. Honestly, I love the old foils. Like, I also loved how rare foils were back then. Now they're throwing foils around so much that foils aren't even worth anything. There was something so cool about foiling out your deck back then, and now it's like, it's just worthless. Nobody cares. Oh, your deck is foil? Oh, big deal. Oh, it's just a bunch of curled Pringles anyway. Now foiling is not cool. You look so stupid. Well, you don't look stupid, but I mean, you sort of look like a casual player. Where to put this? It was okay. So if you want to talk about like pushing foils for collectability reasons, I think you're correct. I don't think this card specifically represents that, but if you're talking about like foils for selling cards, you're right. I think this is like a big selling point for product, and has basically diminished the value of foils overall at the expense. But you know, that's how they sell packs. You're getting all these foily cards. So this, I guess you could say, this is the one that started it all. But they didn't try to actually milk it until very recently. Foils have no value, but Fractured Surge, Double, Rainbow value. What? I have no idea. What the hell are you talking about? Your foil deck isn't even Rainbow, Galaxy, Sparkle, Secret Lair art. Yeah, exactly. We have different variations of foil at this point. Well, the card was the first foil. Others followed, of course. Well, most of the foils were just like regular foils, right? And that's cool anyway. I mean, back then, you got one foil, I think. No, sorry. You got one rare foil per box, 2 uncommon foil per box. Like, but it's a free roll. Like, they're not charging you all that much more extra from the box to have foil cards in it. It's not like, okay, this booster box might have some foils, and this booster box is less expensive because there's 0 chance for a foil in it. You know what I mean? Next up, let's get, we got Reptile. Sonic the Hedgehog's Secret Lair. There was a chance you could get a Lotus Petal. Oh my, the Lotus Petal. I really wish these weren't foil. I had to get myself some Secret Lairs. Sorry, I had to get myself some Lotus Petals, but I really wanted these. This Lotus Petal looks so bad. I don't like this art at all. No, I don't like it. I like this so much, but they're all in foil, and I don't want to get a foil one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is like a hidden treasure you can get. This is pretty greedy. Oh, they knew what they were doing when they printed that card. A tier greed. Super A tier greed. Okay, let's get... There's a big super chat by Steve Cooper. The disrespect for the OG art. Oh, yeah. The OG art, you know, like, honestly, like, I never played with Lotus Petal, so I have no, how do I put it, no nostalgia for this art at all. I just don't like it. And, like, honestly, it's okay, but, like, when you put it next to this thing, I like this. This is so cool. And I'm a semi-Sonic fan. I should say, maybe this isn't bad. Like, it's okay, but no, I don't like it. I can live with something else. Next up. Okay, hold on. Benjamin Berkey wants one of those super chats. Mox Jasper Serialized. This is cool. Where'd this thing come from? How expensive is it? It doesn't even have a price. 0. Where'd this come from? Tarkir Dragonstorm? Tarkir Dragonstorm was a very popular set, wasn't it? Like, a lot of people bought the thing, Mox Jasper or not. And it's not even a good card. Like, it's fine for Dragon players. If you're not a Dragon player, you don't even care. I don't think the Dragon community is that big on Mox Jasper, but of course you can get Mox Jasper outside of the serialized card. So it's not, I don't think it's that greedy. I get it, it's a serialized card. We'll put it in the C tier though. It's not mandatory whatsoever. A duck says Lotus Petal OG art is bad. Be bold, Nikachu. Art is the beauty of the beholder. It's the eyes of the beholder. Manny Bats says, I mean, it's iconic. The Sonic art is just some random gem. It's the random. That's the Chaos Emerald. You might as well call it legendary. There's not a million Chaos Emeralds out there, not that I know of. Maybe there are. They keep losing those damn things over and over again. C is for serialized, of course. Okay, next. No, we did Ancient Tomb. Where's Ancient Tomb? Where they throw Ancient. There it is. There's the Ancient Tomb. They throw Ancient Tomb in every set to boost its value. Let's get another. We have some more super chats around here. Oh, Kagan wants Sliver Queen. What's up with that? Sliver Queen brother. Oh, sorry, Sliver Queen brood mother. You had to buy the Vanguard box set and would only get 8 random Vanguards. I don't know anything about this set. Like, as far as I'm concerned, you're buying like Monopoly. It's just like an alternate booster pack. Does anyone play this stuff? The Vanguard series? I don't know. It's just like an alternate. It's like just an alternate game. I'm going to put D. I don't understand this though. I'm not from this world. The Vanguard world. The Vanguard series. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Does that even look like Magic the Gathering? This is like some weird custom card template. No idea what I'm looking at. Bryce. They put 3 Galaxy fetch lands in Unfinity. They absolutely did do that. Only 3 Galaxy fetch lands? Can you give me a name, Bryce? What's with this? I don't know which one they put in there. Polluted Delta? Or was it a different one? No. Misty Rainforest? What was the Galaxy fetch lands? This is a very nice. This is a nice land. Hold on, was it Unfinity? You said? Hold on, it was 3 Galaxy fetch lands in Unfinity. What was that? Type land. Text search. Sets Unfinity. What the hell was in there? I have nothing. I have nothing. They were from Unfinity. I can't find it. Well, what lands? What lands? No one's naming me the lands. I'm moving on. You don't give me a card, I don't look up the card. I don't know what product you're talking about. Yeah, wasn't it Shocklands? Galaxy wasn't even Fetchlands. Fetchlands are not basic lands. That's why I ask for names. No, I think it was Shocklands from Infinity. There we go, the Shocklands. That's why you guys have to give me a name. I should skip this super chat. Sending me on this wild goose chase for nothing. Okay, but we figured out. Okay, the Blood Crypt. There we go, Infinity. This is actually how it's always been. In the past, for the joke sets, like silver border sets, they would print the fancy full art basics, which now it's not even fancy anymore. There's millions of full art basics. But this is just how it was back in the day. And it still is. Yeah, so they have to give... Like, these joke sets are worthless. It's just full of worthless cards. So they have to print these, put actual neat cards in it to sell it. I'll put that in the B tier. they don't have like, otherwise these cards like these sets have like almost no value. But wasn't Unfinity one of the sets that actually had real cards in it? I can't remember. Like it was like wasn't it an Acorn set? Unsets live and die by their lands. That is right. The big squig. You got that correct. They didn't print fetch lands, yeah, exactly. There were no fetch lands in that. Okay, let's look at 2 more freebies from Steve Cooper. Compliments of Steve Cooper. Dogtarian, I have a casual arena dragon deck. And don't play the Mox Jasper. If you need a dragon in play first, it's just not good. Correct. It is not that great. What's the most expensive product that I own? Like Magic or just in general? My computer is probably the most expensive thing that I own. I spent like I spent almost $2,500 on that damn thing. Okay, Magnum Opus Gold is being very specific, so I appreciate it. Entomb from Premium Deck Series. Graveborn. I bought 3 boxes. But why? I mean, there were I mean, it was basically a reprint, right? They had something from Odyssey at the time. That was the very first version. So they offered you a reprint. It was unfortunately a super curled foil reprint, but reprint nonetheless. Black instant. Search your library for a card and put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. So I would say that was just reprint is a reprint. I mean, you're guaranteed to get your... I don't know how much expensive it was, to be honest. So I could be wrong about this. I could be super wrong. I'm just putting the D tier, though. Black Lotus Collector's Edition, $50 for a full set of unplayable alpha cards. A lot of money for the 90s. A lot of people, but $50! And you got everything. Well, let's look at Black. Okay, I'll give you a super chat. Go back to Black. We're going back to Black Lotus. And now we want the gold border one. No. We want the pointy one. This is it, right? We got the pointy Black Lotus. Magnum, greedy for you buying them all. So like you got like for $50 you got everything. This was like what they compared the anniversary product to. It's like back in my day, you got paid $50, you got everything, and it was really cool. And people wanted this like similar product again, but they obviously disappointed them. So this at the time, it wasn't that bad. It was like a bunch of fake cards, but I guess people liked it overall. I would say this is low on the greedy scale. Pretty low. We have like 3 Black Lotuses here. We have Black Lotus, Black Lotus, Black Lotus. Incredible. Okay, that's it. The greediest products in Magic the Gathering. They actually came out with one of the greediest ones right here. Putting those chase cards. You know, putting super popular quote-unquote must-have chase cards in a lousy set is... although I don't know if they actually knew Spider-Man was going to be a lousy set. I think that's pretty greedy. All right, that's it for today. I hope everyone had fun. As usual, you want to be part of the show, you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. And of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I really appreciate it. People like Little Deadfly, Dark Ginger, Amapius, Jess, Christopher B, The Big Squig, Maddie Matson, Old Boy, Benjamin Berkey, Steve Cooper, Secret Shop Cards, Servant, Bell, John, and many more. And as usual, my coffee crew and Zyber Nation, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.